So, right before I get down to business, I just want to preface this by saying that, I'm not perfect, okay? And when I make these, scenarios slash predictions, I try to be as accurate as possible, okay? And I make sure that I'm always learning from my mistakes, okay? So I can then better myself for future predictions, okay? So obviously I was wrong, right? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna first of all we're gonna say this, right? When we deal with this particular situation, okay, the prediction was not based on the Bucks winning the NBA title, okay? The prediction was based on LeBron James losing in the finals, okay? Let that be noted and understood. Just like the Super Bowl, where the prediction was based on the 49ers getting there and losing, okay? I had the Texans, which was the wrong team, and it was actually the Chiefs. Okay, so this is just a carbon copy of that scenario, but this time, unlike the Super Bowl, where I didn't consider the Chiefs. This time around, I actually had the Heat as a backup scenario of possibly uh, facing LeBron James. Okay, so this is not a surprise, and you can go to my community posts, and I'll post all the screenshots there. That's me documenting the information. Okay, I even predicted that the Heat would get swept. Of course, that didn't happen, and I'll just touch on that briefly. Okay, so right before the playoffs started, LeBron James, Giannis got into a headbutt incident, and the score was a sum of 60. Okay, you can look up the headbutt incident with Moritz Wagner. Okay, so the 60 told me that LeBron James was going to be booted out. I mean, not LeBron James. Giannis was going to be booted out. Okay, so when you fast forward to the Heat versus the Bucks, Giannis got injured again, and it was at 60 again. It was at 60 again. But the funny thing is, when he got injured, he only took one free throw. Right? I think it was an and one. He took one free throw to make it 61. So, and of course he made it. What does this? What does this? How is this relevant? Well, basically, uh, it basically signifies that they were only going to win that game, okay, and that the rest is history, okay. So that was a completely scripted event, okay. All right. So now that that's out of the way, now let's get down to the LeBron James and the Miami Heat, okay. So I didn't consider this, but ironically, you had Super Bowl 54, which took place in Miami. Super Bowl 54 actually took place in Miami, which is where the 49ers ended up losing. Okay? I did not consider that connection, to be honest. Like, I just found that out after the fact. So there's this Florida Los Angeles connection. Okay? And then you have, what do you have right now? Let's just get down to the number basis, okay? So people want to talk about the 46 code. Sadly, it's not going to be the 46 code. It's going to be the 37 code. And if you've been following the NBA season in general, the 37 code has been, how should I say this? It's been relevant throughout the entire season. And if you go look back at the NFL, the 37 code was relevant in the NFL. Okay? Like, for example, in the NFL, when the team scored 37, the game after that, they ended up losing the game. Okay? That's what happened with the 49ers. They scored 37 points against the Green Bay Packers, and they ended up losing. Okay? So, there's that connection. And let me see, like, just off the top of my head, like when we deal with the 37 code, there was one that I just had. Okay, yeah. So the Bucks winning streak lasted for 37 days, right? The winning streak in the beginning of the season. So, when you look into numerology, that's basically Milwaukee equals 37, Los Angeles equals 37. Okay? When you look into the All-Star game, the All-Star game was held at Chicago. Chicago equals 37. Okay? And what was the number of points that needed to be scored for the team to be crowned as the winner of the All-Star game? 157 points. Why is it 157? That's the 37th prime number. Okay? Staples Center. When you look up Staples Center, it equals 157. Okay? Going back to the 37th prime number. And let me see. Oh yeah. And ironically, when you look at the final play of the game, which was Anthony Davis getting fouled, first of all, it was LeBron James throwing the ball to Anthony Davis, number 3. And then Anthony Davis got fouled by Kyle Lowry, number 7. Okay? So Anthony Davis, number 3, got fouled by Kyle Lowry, number 7, to then score 157 points, the 37th prime. Okay? And that's what you're going to be getting into my my masterful decode video that I'll be releasing. Assuming it all goes according to plan, but no. LeBron's not going to win. With the 37 code being relevant, no. Okay, so what else can I say? When we deal with the 37 code, I mean, look, I should have had this ready. I'll give you one more, right? So yeah. Okay. Let's see, what can I put? Lasted 37 days. Yeah, and I think this season, the Lakers, they scored 77 points. In the first half, the Lakers against the Portland Trail Blazers scored 77 points. This is the most the Lakers have scored. This is the most points the Lakers have scored in one half since 1997. Why is that significant? That was the year Kobe Bryant was drafted to the Lakers, which was the 37th season for the Lakers in Los Angeles. Okay? The 37th season, they scored 77. That's going to be the big number, the 7. Okay? Lakers scored 77 against the Trailblazers. It was the most since 1997, the 37th season. Okay? And I think that's pretty much all I want to cover for right now. Los Angeles equals 37, Milwaukee equals 37, Chicago equals 37, Portland equals 37. Portland equals 37. Sacramento equals 37. Okay? And it's funny because all those teams that I mentioned, they're all connected. Especially Sacramento, there's a 37 code. All these teams have 37 codes. Okay? So, You know, that's basically all I wanted to say. And when you look at Frank Vogel, when you look at his win and loss record in the playoffs, right now he has 33 losses. So if the Miami Heat were to win, Frank Vogel would end at 37 losses in the playoffs, okay? Because LeBron James is going to go 3-7. All right? So I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll be releasing the Masterful Decode soon. You know, like, subscribe. What else can I add? 37. Oh yeah, and of course, yeah. And throughout the NBA playoffs, you can see the 37 code. Just look into the 37 code, and I promise. See, this is the thing. If you're picking LeBron James and you're looking at the 37 code, you should be scared shitless. You should be shaking in your boots. But anyways, like, subscribe. Peace and much love.